Okay, so you may have noticed that long division takes up a lot of paper and a lot of time. So there's a method called synthetic division, which actually speeds things up a bit, although we have to kind of make a little bit of a guessing game out of it before we start. But it actually is a quicker process that takes much less writing. So let's quickly look at what this would be like using long division. And so if we go through the whole family, right, go through, no remainder. So there's my answer. So if I was going to use long division, like we did with the previous lesson, that's what I would end up with for an answer with work shown. Now instead, I could use synthetic division. And so if I want to divide by x plus 4, I got to think, hey, if I've got x plus 4, the solution is actually negative 4, right? Because I got to subtract 4. And then also notice that I kind of rewrote the original polynomial by putting a 1 in front of that x to the third power to remind me the coefficient is 1. So I'm going to grab those coefficients, 1, 2, negative 11, negative 12, and I'm going to try divide by negative 4. Method is simple. Drop, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. You just continue to repeat multiply, add until you're done. But the first step is drop. So I'm going to take that 1, I'm going to drop it straight down. Multiply, negative 4 times 1. Well, that will give me a negative 4. Add 2 plus negative 4. That gets me a negative 2. Multiply. Negative 4 times negative 2 makes a positive 8. Add. Negative 11 plus 8 is negative 3. Multiply. Negative 4 times negative 3 is a positive 12. Add. Negative 12 plus 12 is 0. That 0 at the end tells me there's no remainder. That tells me that negative 4 indeed is a root. And that tells me x plus 4 is a factor. Right? That's what that 0 at the end tells me. And so my answer is 1x squared minus 2x minus 3. Of course, I'd write that as x squared minus 2x minus 3. Surprise, surprise, is the exact same answer. But I think the synthetic division takes much less writing. Okay, so again, I'm looking at the numerator. I'm thinking, ooh, I see a 1, negative 7, positive 4, and 12. And then I also know for the denominator, if I solve, I get a positive 5. Right, so my coefficients, it was 1x to the third minus 7x squared plus 4x plus 12. And because I want to divide by x minus 5, I actually use a positive 5. Okay, so I'm going to drop. Right, so that 1 dropped straight down. Right, that's what the drop tells me. The 1 drops straight down. Multiply. So I'm going to do 5 times 1. Okay, I'm going to do that 5 times that 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Now I'm going to add that negative 7 plus 5. I'll add those. That makes a negative 2. Multiply. So again, I'm going to grab the 5 that's over here times negative 2 makes a negative 10, and that's the answer. Add. 4 plus negative 10. I'm going to add those together, put the answer right here. That's a negative 6. multiply. So again, grab the 5 that's way over here, times negative 6. 5 times negative 6 is negative 30. Add 12 plus negative 30 makes negative 18. Ooh, there's a remainder. That means 5 is not a root. X minus 5 is not a factor. But we still did the long division successfully. And the answer is 1x squared, because I won't write the 1, I'll just put x squared, minus 2x minus 6 minus 18 over x minus 5. Because I got to remember, if I'm dividing by x minus 5, the remainder has to be over x minus 5. And since I started with x to the third, I divide by x, I know the solution better start with an x squared. And so that's how I knew that 1 represented 1x squared. All right, one more example. Again, if x minus 6 is 0, I know I need to actually use positive 6 for synthetic division. The x to the third said, hey, use a 1 because there's 1x to the third. The negative 7x squared, use a negative 7. Plus 4x, use the 4. Plus 12, use a 12. And of course, I want to try the 6 for my synthetic division. So I'm going to drop the 1. Then I go multiply 6 times 1. Now I'm going to add negative 7 plus 6. Now I'm going to multiply 6 times negative 1. Now I'm going to add 4 and negative 6. Then I'm going to multiply 6 times negative 2. Then I'm going to add 12 plus negative 12. Hey, there's a 0. That means there's no remainder. So 6 is a root. In other words, 6 is a solution if we're trying to solve the equation. And x minus 6 is a factor. Bum, bum, bum. So we've got x squared minus x minus 2. And that is the answer to that division. Fascinating. A cow driving a car. Oh, and it gets even better. He's pulling a little trailer with. Oh, cow going on an extended road trip probably.